Hey, welcome to Human Logic. This is Craig back. Today we have a schoolyard mum who can't make friends. All of the other mums in the schoolyard are not talking to her. She doesn't understand what's going on. Why is this happening? Let's dig in.
Really is hard when you feel like you don't fit in is when you get together with a group of people because your daughter started school and you think, oh, this is what everyone tells me, that when your kid starts school is when you make friends. And so you throw the first party and you invite lots of people that you don't know because you know that your kid plays with their kids. And now my daughter's in primary school. This has been since preschool, so they had a year in preschool and year one, year two, and now year three. And you started to make friends with these people. You invite them around your house, you get them around for play dates, you do all the things because you think that's what is meant to happen. And then over the last 2 or 3 years, you realise that you're not part of that group you thought you were part of, but actually they just do shit on their own, just by themselves. All three of them, just the rest of them just go off by themselves, go on holidays together, go on day trips together. They've probably done loads of dinners together. And that's fine. I'm not always going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I don't seem to be anyone's.
Okay, so this lady is suffering. She's very upset and understandable, super tough to make friends when you're an adult. It seems like almost like if you haven't established the friendship in childhood, you're on a hiding to nothing. It's very, very difficult. But why and what is going on here? I had a look at the comments and they are what you would expect them to be. They're very well meaning and very kind. They're saying things like, school moms are bitches and it's, you don't want to be in that toxic environment anyway. You're a lovely person. They're not. All well meaning and lovely, but useless because it just leaves you with the same problem. It doesn't really help, does it? You still take it personal. You still think, well, why don't people like me? Am I that unlikable? I'm a good person. Why don't they like me? And especially hard if you catch them talking behind your back or making jokes at your expense. Why does this happen? Why do people do this? Well, look, here's the truth. You can't change them. And actually, this has got nothing to do with those three moms that you're talking about. This is always an internal problem. It's not an external problem. You can't change other people. And actually, people, it's not that they're bad people, they're just responding to your internal state subconsciously. Nobody's doing this consciously unless they're exceptionally switched on. But basically, look around at the relationships in your life that you've formed in recent years. I'm not talking about the ones that have been there since childhood. I'm talking about recent relationships. And this is not just friendships. This could be your partner, it could be everyone who's in your life. Your relationships are a direct mirror reflection of your internal state. What you're seeing is a visual representation of how much you love and care for yourself. I'm not talking about in a conceited way. I'm talking about in the compassion that you show yourself and how much that you accept yourself as you are. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, and you've made peace with both of those things. What you see reflected out there is how you feel about yourself inside. So if you don't love yourself, if you don't show yourself compassion and kindness, you will just see more of that reflected back at you from the people that you interact with. So this is a good problem to have because it means that you don't need anyone external to fix this for you. You can fix it for yourself. You just have to work on yourself. You have to make peace with your own demons because other people are just picking up on your energy. And remember, human beings are motivated by two things only: the need to avoid pain and gain pleasure. And again, it's not a conscious choice. People are not meeting you going, oh, I've got a feeling you're psychologically going to cause me some pain. I'm going to stay away from you or I'm going to belittle you. This is all going on at a subconscious level. Nobody's thinking this. But if people get a sense that you're anxious, that you're unsure of yourself, you create an energy that makes people think, oh, I don't need this. Feels like a problem. I don't need this in my life. Okay. So this is all an internal problem. And it's not, don't take it personal. These women don't hate you. They don't think you're inferior. They don't think anything like that. That's all in your head. You look like a lovely, kind, intelligent woman, and you just don't love yourself enough. You're just not at peace, and you're seeing that reflected back. So I encourage you to take solace from this, because it means that you're not the ogre that you think you are. You are entirely likable and very lovable. You just got to begin with yourself before you start looking for external solutions to an internal problem. Thanks a lot. See you in the next video.